to you.
What's up, everybody? It's IG Priest from Illogical Gaming, and today we're going to bring you a little footage from the Gears of War 4 game, still relatively new, as well as I'm going to tell you what all has or has not changed, and what I like about the game. So what you're hearing right now, this is our very first Priest Plays video. So what we're going to do with those is I'm just going to play some games, do a little bit of commentary, let you know what's going on, and what better game to start on than Gears of War 4. So, today I sat down and I played Gears of War 4. This was the first time I've ever played it. I was very skeptical going in that I thought Gears of War 3 had a very definitive end to the series, and Gears of War 4 was kind of a shock to me when they did release it. I'm going to admit, though, they did a very good job staying true to their series from what I've seen so far. I've played multiplayer, however, I have not touched at all on the story mode. I'm going to wait till I have a little bit of time to really dig into that one, because personally I believe that the Gears of War series, what used to be a trilogy, is now even more. But I believe what they have is an amazing storytelling capability and a very interesting and diverse story. So whenever they released their fourth game, and told us that they were doing it, rather, whenever they gave us the very first input about, hey, we're going to do Gears of War 4, we're not done yet, there's more to come. Whenever they did that, I was so surprised and so kind of devastated in a way to think that they were doing an additional game beyond what was a definitive end to the series, in my opinion. Where the story left off, Marcus was sitting on a beach. They had just thought, well, they thought, I'll say that they had completely destroyed the Locust and that it was all coming to an end. Marcus seemed like he had a sort of lack of purpose. He felt almost as if his character, he just kind of didn't know what to do anymore. It was just sort of over for him. He didn't really have anywhere to go from there. And so in my eyes, the story was very much so over. That was it. That was the very end of Gears of War. When Gears of War 4 came out, and I have not played the story yet, like I said, I haven't touched on that at all. I heard the story is not so much about him as it is about his son. I don't have, like I said, I haven't played it yet. Whenever I go to play it, I'm going to take a nice long stretch of time and just really enjoy it and soak it up, because the Gears of War franchise has such a great storytelling capability and such wonderful, wonderful stories to tell that I just really like to soak it all in, you know? Anyways, moving on past that. So what I like about it, this is all part of what I like about it here. The Gnasher, your shotgun, it's sort of like the thing that defines multiplayer in Gears of War. It hasn't changed a bit. It's exactly like it used to be. You roll up into somebody's face, put a great big old shotgun slug in their face, and that's it. They're done. They're gonzo. They explode in like a bloodbath of gore, and it's over. Really glad they didn't change that. If they had, I would have been disappointed, just in the fact that, well, it's Gears of War. You know, that's the definitive multiplayer weapon for Gears of War, is the Gnasher. I have not touched on the torque bow. Haven't messed with that at all. I expect it hasn't changed, and I assume it's the same with the sniper rifle, the long rifle. So I assume that neither of those have changed, although, like I said, I haven't touched on them yet. I do plan to, and whenever I do, maybe I'll throw something in the description, let you guys know they haven't changed. I'm sure you all know this by now anyways. But so there's that. And then let me touch on the hammer burst. It's not how I remembered it. Maybe I'm wrong, correct me if I am here. I thought the hammer burst was a single shot semi-auto gun. They've changed that apparently. Now it's a 3-round burst. Not a bad thing, don't get me wrong, it's pretty decent. Not my forte though. It's not something I'm going to play around with a lot. And the Lancer is exactly what the Lancer always was. It is a fully automatic rifle, which is beautiful by the way, with a chainsaw on the end of it, so you can cut your enemies in half, and I do love cutting enemies in half. It's so much fun. There's not a whole lot more enjoyable than that in my opinion. So they haven't changed a whole lot as far as multiplayer goes. You still do your running around, your jumping around, you do your little dances with your opponents to try and get the first shot off and kill them with your shotgun. So multiplayer is very much definitively still exactly how every single Gears of War game has been. It hasn't changed. It's exactly like it is, and I like that. They know their franchise and they're sticking to it. That's great. I love it. So multiplayer is still the same. They have changed some things though. Now you can choose who you're going to be. That's really nice. You can choose like what skin you want to wear, what your person will look like. You can put skins on guns. That's a really nice perk, something they hadn't done before, to my knowledge, unless they changed things since I last played. But I played all 3 games, so unless I forgot something, the whole skin thing, that's new. I love it. I dig it. It's great. So you can kind of customize your guns, make them more you now. So that's wonderful. And then on top of that, all of your game modes feel exactly how they felt in Gears of War 3. They haven't changed a whole lot multiplayer-wise. King of the Hill, still King of the Hill. You have a circle that pops up. There's all-out warfare all around it. It's just like it used to be. That's something that I really, really enjoy. I would have been disappointed if they changed that too much. And then they've got their team deathmatch, which of course is just your basic deathmatch. I was always a King of the Hill player. King of the Hill is something I like because it gives you an objective to work around, and you can all just kind of cluster in on it and work as a team to try and either take over it or keep people off of it, which is great for me because I'm just a very team-based sort of player. I really enjoy multiplayer games that have a sort of common goal, and being able to achieve that with a team is something I really enjoy in multiplayer. It's something I like, it's something I look for, so it just works for me, you know? Like, if you're playing multiplayer in, like, for instance, Grand Theft Auto, you don't have a goal. There's not really any particular thing you're supposed to do. You just kind of do. And that's not something I like. That's not something I want to do. I like having goals. I like having set objectives, things that you're supposed to do. It kind of keeps me focused and keeps me on track. All that said, I have no problems with Gears of War 4. I think it's an excellent game, and I'm really glad that Gears of War is kind of making a comeback. Until next time, this is IG Priest here with Illogical Gaming. Like our Facebook page, Illogical Gaming, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit me up on Twitter at IG Priest. See you guys next time.